Hello, Misty Marino here, and this is for the Phorm Athlete Search. Why am I first Phorm? Well, I can tell you for the last 20 years, I have been an American Airman. So I've served in the Air Force for 20 years. And for the last 20 years, I've been really good at one thing, and that's being in the military. I joined the military because I really wanted someone to kind of tell me what to do, lay out the path in front of me, and I've learned that I'm very good at following instructions, and I'm also really good at giving instructions. But now, as I'm preparing for my what's next and life out of uniform and life out of the military, I'm starting to realize that the second half of my life is going to be different, and I'm really excited about that. So I've been asked two questions since I've decided that I'm going to retire, and they are you ready? And how do you think you'll be remembered? And I've actually grown to despise these two questions. Are you ready? I believe is very subjective, and the answers are pretty finite. No one cares what comes after the yes or no. And how will you be remembered? It just kind of all depends on how we interacted. But I will tell you that even though I've grown to despise those two questions, I've grown to really think about the answers to those two questions. And that's what's made me want to live the second half of my life better than the first. And when I talk about better, I just want to be a better human being. You know, for the most part, my intentions are always good, but sometimes my execution sucks. I've really made some poor decisions and some bad mistakes, and I've hurt some people along the way in the last 20 years. But I'm very accountable and pretty humble to know that I'm wrong, or I was wrong, or I was part of the problem, and maybe I was the reason why drama and chaos happened in my life. And as I'm getting prepared to take the uniform off and start the next phase, my goal is to be a better human being and inspire others to be better as well. So how am I going to do that? Well, first off, it starts with this video. You know, for the last 20 years, I've really been waiting for everything to be perfect. And now, as I enter the next phase of my life, my motto is just show up. Show up. Aim for completion versus perfection. And the second way that I'm going to live my life better than the first is think before I say, think before I do. And remember that there's consequences with everything that I think and everything that I say and everything that I do, because thoughts become actions and so on and so forth. We all know what the saying is. And the last way that I'm going to live my second part of my life better is, besides showing up and besides thinking, I'm going to take massive action. So I'm shutting off the Hallmark channel. Yeah, you heard me. No more Hallmark movies for me, except around Christmas time, okay? And I'm going to not scroll aimlessly on Instagram and Facebook, and I need to make sure that it has a purpose. And I'm going to take massive action. You know, I say I want to write a book. I'm going to start writing. I say I want to start a website. I'm going to figure that out. You know, I say that I want to get in the best shape of my life. Well, I'm going to start eating better. So Sour Patch Kids, I'm sorry, but we have to break up. So I am first Phorm because I'm deciding that, you know what, the first half of my life, it was pretty good, but I'm not necessarily proud of maybe who I was in all situations, and I want to be better. And if God blesses me a tomorrow and several tomorrows later, then that's what I'm going to do. So I'm first going to start by showing up, and then I'm going to start thinking about what I'm, saying and doing and those consequences. And then lastly, I'm going to take some massive action. And I want some people behind me, some people with me, beside me, and I want to inspire others to do the same. So I am first Phorm, and I want you to be too. Have a good day. Bye.